On Perschardt's Business People Asia, meet Ratheesan Yoganathan, joint founder of a company that's become a billion-dollar enterprise in less than 10 years.
We always say skills can be learned, knowledge can be acquired, but attitude cannot be taught. Either you got it or you don't.
This week we're going on a journey from here, the city of Chennai in India, to London and Europe, with a man whose business career spans the globe. Ratheesan Yoganathan is the CEO of the Lebara mobile telephone company, one of the fastest growing telcos in the world. It began by offering cheap international calls to migrant communities and overseas workers wanting to phone home.
I always believe that at Lebara we put our heart into it first before our mind. Then we do the P&L, we create a business case. If we believe in it from our heart, then everything else will be secondary, and we will make it happen, and our people do make it happen.
Ratheesan Yoganathan was born in Sri Lanka. He arrived in the UK as a 15-year-old refugee. He learnt English and gained a degree in aeronautical engineering. In 2001, along with two friends, he founded Lebara. He's since won many awards, including Asian Young Entrepreneur of the Year. I spent several days with Ratheesan. He showed me his operational headquarters almost next door to the Bank of England, as well as his very different other life in India. Lebara was founded on friendship. He, along with his two friends, Leon and Bhaskaran, were in Norway when inspiration struck.
On the way to the airport, I saw this really big building of Telenor. I was sitting at the back and I looked at it and smiled. And Leon saw me and said, "Why are you smiling?" And I said, to create something like that, a company like that, somebody must have worked hard, because it was huge. And Karen turned around and said, "Don't you think we can do something like that?" But it was just a joke. I mean, we just joked around about it. And the conversation got serious. What are you going to do? What am I going to do? And by the time we got to the airport, we just thought, why not do something? I went and borrowed some pen and paper from the information desk. We sat around the table for half an hour and wrote up a plan. And that ended up being Lebara. So LE stands for Leon, BA Bhaskaran, and RA Ratheesan.
So they're the three friends?
Yeah, they're the first two letters of our names.
And you're still together?
Absolutely.
The idea was and is simple. Lebara is a virtual mobile network. There's no technical infrastructure as such. It relies on leasing space at wholesale rates from network providers, and then marketing and selling that space onto retail consumers.
Exactly. I mean, they all have built enormous amount of capacity on their network, which needs to be utilized by somebody. The mobile operators don't feel that they have the right distribution in place to get through to our customers. If you want to sell it into this Chinese community, we have Chinese distributors or wholesalers, and we have Chinese shops who can sell it to the Chinese customers and talking in their own language.
Ratheesan now spends most of his time in London. This, though, may well be Lebara's and Ratheesan's spiritual home.
Ah, this is so cute.
Oh, isn't that fantastic? No, to him. To him.
Welcome.
He'd wanted me to meet him in southern India to see some of the Sri Lankan refugees there. He's pledged to help. This would be a normal way of greeting, or
yes?
Yeah. Why that?
We say that there's a humbleness, like so. You hold both your hands rather than begging. You hold it together. It's the way that we greet, the way that we welcome, as well as is the way that we pray.
Now, what's going on here? There's clearly a ceremony.
Yeah, they have done the recreation program.
Right. I think you are the guest of honour. Okay, thank you. Nearly 3,500 people live in this refugee camp. We were there for the official opening of a new play area sponsored by the Lebara Charitable Foundation.
It's been a great day. I mean, it's really emotional to see a lot of Sri Lankan people left their home country, living here for the last 20 years. It's incredible, in fact.
I also noticed that a number of people in the crowd very much identified with you.
Yeah.
Because you were effectively a refugee as well.
Absolutely. I mean, two things. One, I was also born in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
In the same part of where they have born. And secondly, I'm a refugee, or I was a refugee in England.
Because these people could have been you, really, couldn't they? Or
Absolutely,
you could have been...
Absolutely. And I'm very thankful to Europe, or particularly to UK, where when I came as a refugee there, and all the facilities that we have been given, and we have been looked after so well by the government. And a lot of people don't realize that.
So you were very much welcome to Britain? You feel...
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. And I'm very thankful and grateful to the people, to the government, to the system that we have in England, for allowing us to, first of all, the freedom and the liberty to do whatever that you want to achieve, the education. And without that education, I don't think we'll be here today.
Obviously, you've done it extraordinarily well. What is it, do you think, that sort of set you apart? Because there are many, many refugees.
Yeah, of course, but...
I know it's a very hard question to talk about oneself in those terms, but...
Yeah, I think I don't know, is it luck or is it being in the right place at the right time? And for me, certainly one of the luckiest moments is when I met Leon and Karen in my life. And I'm not naturally an entrepreneur or a business person. I'm very good as an operational guy working for somebody. And if they didn't push me to do whatever we are doing today, I don't think I would have done it.
How do you go from being the operator? I mean, most people work for somebody else.
Yeah.
They go in, they start at 9 or whatever time they start. How do you go from being the sort of the good guy, getting something done, to actually being
the bad guy?
Yeah, well, no, that's not the bad guy. the bloke in charge.
I didn't know running a company is a bad thing, but no. I think it's circumstances. Circumstances changes people, and at least one thing that I have learned is that everything is doable as long as you really want to do it, and you try hard. Everything is possible. So nobody was born as an engineer or a doctor or a CEO. Everybody is made while they live. So. And I truly believe that.
After the break, more from Chennai and London with one of Asia's most successful young entrepreneurs, who's already given half his wealth to charity.